Hi guys, welcome to Approved Garage. So today I'm here to talk about a new product. I'm waiting to release this video until these are in stock at Obsessed Garage because Matt Mormon at Obsessed Garage is the one who told me about this, and I feel as though if you're going to buy one, you should try to buy one from him. So there will be a link in the description. There are other places that sell them. They are all out of stock from what I found, and OG, when I'm releasing this video, will have just gotten a bunch of them in, so they will have them in stock and be able to provide them for you. So what I have here from Beaver Industrial is the Mirka polisher. So this Mirka polisher, Matt bought one in April. It was on a video that he did for Obsessed Garage, and he seemed really excited about it, really interested in it, and I decided to pick one up and see what it was all about. The only place that I was able to find to buy this in the United States right now is Beaver Industrial Supply. They have the model in stock, but they don't have the kit in stock. So the kit is the polisher with two 5 amp hour batteries and a charger. Instead, they have the unit, the 2.5 amp hour batteries, and a charger. They don't have the kit. So I bought a unit, two 2.5 amp hour batteries, and one charger. I also bought a 5 amp hour battery, but it's not here yet. What's interesting about this is when you buy like a Milwaukee kit, the Milwaukee kit is always less expensive than the sum of its parts, but this was right around the same money. So I spent like $50 more, but I got an extra battery. So anyway, so here's the polisher itself. This is the box that it came in. I haven't unpacked it yet, obviously. It says Mirka AROP312-B. 3112-NV. So this is the angle, AROP stands for Angle Random Orbit Polisher, B, and then it's a 312, which is a 3-inch, 12 millimeter orbit, and then NV means no voltage, or something like that. It means no battery, -US. So this is how it comes in the box. We have an instruction manual, we have a wrench, and we have the unit itself, which is right here, and this comes with no battery. So this is it. That's all that's in this box. And there is a wrench here that is for, it looks like unscrewing the head if you needed to change this, this head out. So in this other box, this is one of their 2.5 amp hour batteries, which looks very similar to the like the Milwaukee M12 style battery. So you can see the battery there. You can see the polisher here. It's got a 12 on top. That signifies this is the 12 millimeter random orbit. There is one that just has a circle on top, and that is the rotary. I have not used the rotary. I've not used this either. But this is the 2.5 amp hour battery. It locks into place. This is actually nice and compact. I like the battery. On the back of it, there is a minus and a plus. There's a trigger here. And then up at the top, there's just the 12. There's no buttons or anything like that. And then the Velcro foam pad. So here's what the unit looks like with the battery installed. You can see that it doesn't really protrude out of the bottom of the unit. It's maybe an inch or so. There's grips on the side to pull the battery out. It does just kind of snap into place, and there are plus and minus buttons on the back. When I pull the trigger, it's giving me a red light. I think that's indicating that the battery is dead. There is another battery here as well, like I mentioned, so I did order 2 of them, mostly because I wanted to be able to have one while I was using one. So at the end, I'm going to have 3 batteries. One will be a 5 amp hour, but I don't even know that a 5 amp hour is needed. Maybe the 2.5 is good enough. I don't know, never used the thing before, but we'll see how it is. And then last, here is the battery charger. So if you're looking to buy these, this is AROP-B312-NV. Battery charger is BCA108. Battery pack is BPA10825, and then 10850 is the 5 amp hour battery. Here is what the charger looks like, just like that. It's black, it's got some indicators on it. Oh, it's upside down. It's black, it's got some indicators on it. 1 light means this, and 2 lights means that, and it's actually, there's a lot there, a lot going on. And then it has 1, 2, 3, but the labels, they're over here. So I don't know if this is 1 or this is 1. But anyway, we'll plug it in and figure it out. This does not come with a cord. The cord is a separate item, but it's like a standard, 2-pin cord. So I have a pile of them. I'm just going to use one of the ones I have. So we've got this plugged in. It looks like it just lit up. 2 blue lights. And now there are no lights. So we'll plug the battery into it. And what happens? Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't actually tell me what that means, because it says indicator 1 is low battery, indicators this one with these 2 blinking is medium battery, and then 3, they're not all blinking at the same. Man, I don't know. This LED indicator thing doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know. We're going to let this charge. We're going to see how it is after it charges, and we will try it in the unit. So for the battery charger, I actually had to pull out the manual to understand this. So when you're looking at, it says 1, 2, 3. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So even though it's right to left, it's really down to up. So when it's doing this sequence, blink 1, blink 2, blink 3, like that, that means that the battery is charging, but it's less, it's below what it would consider 1 bar, like 25%. So what's going to happen as this charges more, this light is going to stay on, and this sequence is going to just be 2 lights. That means that the battery is halfway charged. Then it's going to be these 2 stay on, this third one blinks, and that's going to be 3/4 charged, and then when all 3 of them stay solid all of the time, then that's going to be fully charged. So right now it's so dead that it won't even turn the unit on. I stuck it on the charger here for a couple minutes, and I stuck the unit on it, and I was able to squeeze the trigger and have it run for a couple of seconds, but the battery's really dead. It came to me dead. So we're just going to let this charge. I'm going to take a timer and just kind of keep an eye on how long it takes to charge this, and then we'll go from there. All right, so check this out. This comes with an app. It's called MyMirka. So you download this app, and you can add your tool. It connects with Bluetooth. This has Bluetooth in it. It's crazy. So you see here it shows connected, Bluetooth mode, battery level. My battery level is 6%, so let's just be reasonable because that battery's still charging, and this is the other one. Current speed, 0 RPM. Now it shows my current speed is 4,001 RPM. And as I up the speed, 4457. I don't need this much information about a polisher, but this is actually really awesome. Current vibration, normal. Total usage time, 1 minute. Battery health, 100%. Charge cycles, 0. Battery level is at 6%. There's actually this thing here where you can set the speed fixed so that it's always at the same speed. So I can just say, like, I like 5,000 RPMs. I'm just going to set it there, and it's going to stay there. It's really, really, really cool. I'm trying to think of the reasons why you would need it. I guess from a consistency standpoint, it would be cool if you're using this for like sanding or polishing. I don't know. But it's really, really neat. So I'm going to let this battery charge up, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about how it actually works. We'll test it out. Let's polish something, because this thing's cool. All right, so it's been just under an hour, like 55 minutes. This is fully charged. As it charged up, like I mentioned, the LEDs turned solid, and then the indicator was moving less of them. So this is the 2.5 amp hour battery. Obviously the 5 amp hour will probably take longer to charge. I don't have one of those to test with. So we'll just put the 2.5 that's fully charged in the unit and stick the other one in the charger. So Mirka says this charges in 45 minutes, which is about what it took. They don't tell me how long it lasts. They say up to 14 hours in an industrial setting, but I don't know that that's like reasonable. So the very first thing that I want to show you is, obviously it has a fixed, or it has a foam head on it. So it's got a little bit of flex to it. It's what they call a medium. I don't see a soft or a hard on their site. It seems like this is the only one that they have. They do have one that has holes in it, but it's not recommended for this polisher, even though apparently it fits it. You can change the heads by using a wrench and just kind of unscrewing it, and it's threaded in. The app, like I showed, is really neat. I don't know that it's necessary, but it exists, and nobody else has something like that, so I think that's pretty cool. It seems like that's more for if you're in an industrial setting. It keeps track of the amount of vibration and noise that you are around on a regular basis, and it is keeping you like let's say you were a doctor and you did x-rays. You might wear a badge that detects how much radiation you've been exposed to. It's a similar thing. It seems to be trying to detect how much vibration you've been exposed to and trying to keep you healthy or something thereabouts. I did register the tool on Mirka's website. It's pretty easy to do. It gives you an extra year of warranty, or I wouldn't have done it. I don't register anything, but these come with 2 years. You get a third as long as you register it. And then it says that the warranty covers battery and charger that come with the unit, or that were, how'd they word it? Battery and charger purchased with the unit. So I don't know if that means that like mine were separate SKUs. I'm guessing that I don't have warranty on the battery and the charger. They say that they warrant this for 3 years. They warrant the batteries for 3 years or 300 charge cycles, whichever one comes first. These have some intelligence in them, so like when you're looking at them on the app, you can see this has 1 charge cycle on it now, and the other one still has 0. That's probably why they come dead, I guess, so that it can count the charge cycles from 0 and you don't get one that already has 1 on it. I don't know. This is really interesting though. So on the back, there's LEDs, right? So it's down to the lowest setting right now, which is like 4,000 RPMs. When you squeeze this trigger, it's like silent. It's so quiet. That's it. There's a little hum, but I'm talking at a very reasonable volume and you can hear me. This is the same loudness that I've been talking at the entire video, and you can hear the difference between that and this. Like, it's super quiet. Now let's pick up my Rupes. It's right here. And I don't mean to like compare the Rupes. I like the Rupes. I really do. I like it a lot. I sent one to my dad. I think it's great. I did the whole mini with it. But this is like the 3-inch right now. So there's the difference. It's obviously louder, and it has like a, this has like an electronic hum. It's like a motor encased in a bearing. That's the noise that you're hearing. It's like this is the amount of electronic noise that is required to make this thing move. Where the other polishers, and like I don't mean again to pick on the Rupes. I can pull out my Mini or my Nano. I can pull out this Milwaukee. But these other polishers, there's like this screechiness to them of like a, you know, there's bushings and there's some amount of slop in here, and it's a DA, so there's like a weighted assembly and it's off balance, and it's like inherently a non-smooth technology, right? So you expect it to make some noise. And this makes noise, and my Milwaukee makes noise, and all of the other ones I've ever used make noise. My Milwaukee sander makes noise, my random orbit sander. Like they all have some hum or noise or like rasp to them. And this doesn't. It's really interesting. It sounds like it's a rotary. It's not a rotary, but it sounds like it's a rotary. So it was unexpected. It's incredibly pleasant, but I honestly don't know. I don't know that I can adequately describe it until you're playing with it, how smooth it is. It's really cool. And then it turns up. And it gets a little noisier. And it's got like a ramping up when you get really high speed where it kind of like stages, it feels like. So it makes more noise when you have a polishing pad on it. But it's more like, it's not noise from the motor or the assembly. It's more like the noise from the wind being displaced by the unit. It's really strange. It's just so balanced and smooth. It's really, really cool. I just want to sit at my computer chair and just like squeeze this trigger all day. It's really cool. So let's, I realize I sound like a big dork, but it's neat. It's really neat. So here's what I'm gonna do. Today's Thursday, and it's been a long day. I got a lot going on tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is Saturday, I'm going to wash the Mercedes, and I'm going to use this to do a paint correction on the Mercedes, and then I'm going to do a ceramic coating. We're going into Labor Day. Labor Day is a 3-day weekend for me, so I'll actually have the extra day to get that done. So we're going to see if we can do that entire car with this polisher. I'm going to see how long a battery actually lasts me, and I'm going to see you know, just how good this thing is when I'm using it for a whole day. I just used the Rupes to do the green car behind me. It did a fantastic job. I'm not saying the Rupes is bad. It is not bad. Like, compared to every other polisher I've ever used, I really like the Rupes. It's probably my favorite one I've ever owned. The Milwaukee is equal but different. This though, my initial impressions are it just feels like it's on a whole nother level. And I suppose it should be. I can buy 2 of those Rupes for the same price as this. I could buy the Rupes and the Milwaukee for the same price as this. This thing's $850. That's an insane amount of money. Now, I wonder if there was enough interest and there wasn't a need for things like Bluetooth and apps and intelligence and all of this other stuff, and they were just building a polisher. Would it need to be $800? Because this is built for professionals. It's built for people that are doing sanding and polishing all day. It's built for people to do like granite countertops with and stuff like that. Like, that's what it's designed for. It's not really designed for cars, although they do have pictures on their website showing people using them on cars, like body shops and stuff like that. So I'm going to take this thing, I'm going to put it through its paces. On Saturday, we're going to see just how it works. I'm also going to play with some DIY detail stuff at the same time. I haven't paint corrected the Mercedes in about a year and a half. So I did the whole car when we first got it, and then I did it at 1 year. And we're over 3 actually, so it's probably been 2 years really since I paint corrected it. There's a couple little tiny scratches and blemishes and different things like that. I have CSL and XOV5 left over from when I did the green Mini. I have enough to do that entire car, and I want to use it before it goes bad. So I'm going to use this to do that car. I'm going to play around with the DIY detail stuff that I picked up, and we're going to see just how good this thing is, and can we do an entire car with it. All right, so we're going to try the Mirka out, and we're going to do it on the Mini. There is a spot on the roof that I didn't clean up when I did the polish of the whole car, or I missed it, or it was a bug etching or something. There's a spot on the roof. So I have the Mirka 3-inch, and I have this is a Koshchemi microcut pad with Koshchemi microcut and finish, which is P301. And I'm just going to show you what I think is actually really nice about the Mirka. So the spot that I have to get is actually right here. And I don't have like I can't lay on the car. I'm just going to dent the roof if I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use this one-handed. And you can hear how incredibly quiet it is. I'm just talking at the same volume that I was before I started using the Mirka. So you'll see how that's offset, but this is just like a standard volume. And this is the lowest speed, which is like 4,000 RPMs. So that might be a downside to the Mirka, is that its lowest speed is still pretty high, but we got about half of it out. So we're gonna hit it again. It's right here. It's very easy to control one-handed, and it's just got tons of power and smoothness. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, this thing works really, really well. It's super quiet, super smooth. It's easy to control with one hand. Two-handed operation is going to be, I mean, I guess it's doable, but it's a little tight. But it's a really nice unit. It works very, very well, and it's super quiet. So I just hit like 4 spots on this car. I showed you guys the last one. Looking at the app, it's still showing the battery level is 100%. So we'll mess around with it. We're going to do the whole Mercedes with it, and we're going to see how good of a job it does. And I'll do a whole video on that. That'll be separate from this. That'll show you just how good it is on a whole car. So anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great day.